All right, so for field reviews this week, we're gonna do sleeping bags. So there's kind of three options when you're looking at sleeping bags. There's like a full polyester, a synthetic, and then a full down. So depending on what you're doing and what you're using them for, they all can work. Where we're at right now, we're in a canvas tent. We kind of got a stove. So you could really use any of them and get away with it. But if you're backpacking in on your own and you don't have a stove in your tent, we're going to go through kind of the pros and cons of each. So this is Cheek's sleeping bag he brought. It's a full polyester. We don't have a weight rating on it, but I'm going to guess it's about 9 pounds. So if you're hiking in, packing in for a few days, you probably don't want to carry something this big. We'll pull it out here though. So there we go. You can see it's heavy. It kind of feels like the blanket you have at your house. It's kind of made of the same material. So if you're camping near the road, if you got a stove in your tent, or even if you're just going on a summer backpacking adventure with your family or something, this would be pretty good. They're significantly cheaper than a backpacking sleeping bag, which is why most people get them. It's got, I don't even know if it's got a rating on here, but I can tell you that the person who was sleeping in this bag at night, they were pretty cold. It's been getting down to about 35 degrees maybe at night. It's been icing on us. They had to put puffy jackets on, sleep in all their hunting gear just to stay warm. So this is probably a better summer option. All right. And kind of the next step up in sleeping bags is a synthetic down bag. This is a 20 degree rated. It's a Kelty Tuck 20. So a Kelty Tuck 20 says it sleeps humans up to 6 feet tall. You can see it had a rating on here. I think it was, let's double check it here. We're at 4 pounds 2 ounces on this one. So a lot lighter than the fully polyester one here in this material. Still a little bulky, but it can still pack down a little more if you're putting it in your bag. Hunter's been sleeping in it. He's been wearing his puffy jacket and stuff, but if you're in if you have a stove, this is plenty. If you're backpacking, you could probably even get away with something like this as long as you wear a puffy jacket and maybe some warm pants and socks. If it gets real cold, if you're out here in the mountains late season, rifle season, you probably want something a little warmer. But if you're hunting off the road or something and you don't have to pack anything in real far, this is probably a really good option. So not sure the price point on something like this.
It was like $80.
$80. So yeah.
Not too bad.
You can usually get this stuff at Sierra or online or
That's
wherever.
Where I got it off of Sierra. It seemed like they had the best deals.
Yeah.
You can compare that with Amazon.
So if you're going on one elk hunting trip a year and you don't want to drop a bunch of money on sleeping bags, or you're going camping only a few times, this is probably a really good option. Yeah. So the Kelty Tuck 20. I'll pull it out here too. See how it expands. One of the cool things I actually liked about this one, probably don't help a lot if it's cold out, but it's got a little zipper here at the bottom. You could pop your feet out. So if you're camping in the summertime and it's just too hot, you can keep your feet out of it. So, but yeah.
It's got the hood on it too.
It's got the hood. It's a coffin bag, so you put your head in there, zip it up real good. So set that right there. All right. And then this is my sleeping bag. It is the Kelty Cosmic 20. It's 600. It's actually duck down. They call it dry down. I probably still wouldn't get any down wet if you could help it, but they claim that if you get it wet, it'll dry out, but I'm not going to try to test it. So Kelty, the Kelty Cosmic 20. I got the women's one. It says it'll fit humans up to 5'8". I'm pushing 5'11", and I fit in this thing just fine. So you actually cut weight if you get the women's one. It's a little tighter and a little shorter. So if if you don't care that you're in there a little more snug, this is a pretty good option if you're backpacking in, because you're cutting weight.
How much do you weigh?
Cutting size. I sit about right at 170.
So
170, 5'11", and I fit
somebody
it
a little
just
bit
fine.
wider have issues.
If you're a bigger guy, or if you're a taller guy, you might want to go with the men's one, and it's only like 6 ounces heavier or something. But I grabbed this one at Sierra for I think like 130, 140 bucks. It packs down real small. I've actually backpacked with it on some hunts. I went on a turkey hunt where I wasn't sleeping on a cot. It was about 20 degrees out, and there's about a foot of snow, and it kept me plenty warm. I actually had to sleep in just my underwear. So it's extremely warm. If it's any warmer than like 40, 50 degrees, I have to sleep with it open. So if you're going late season, especially if you're packing in somewhere, this is a really good bag, and it's affordable. I mean, I know it's a little more expensive on Amazon. If you could get into a Sierra and find one, they usually have them cheaper. Pull it out here, you can see how small it packs in. I think the weight on this one's only like 2.3 ounces or something. I mean, it's nothing. So when you pull it out, it pretty much expands immediately. So it's got the hood on it. It's got the zipper just like the other one. It goes all the way down the side. The feet are a little narrow in the women's version. It doesn't bother me any. If you don't like kind of being confined in, you might not like that, but I actually think it keeps it warmer because you're kind of packed in there. If you're sleeping in something like this, you probably don't need a pad. When I will go backpacking with it, I always get one of those little climate pads to put under it. That seems to help a lot, just to kind of keep the temperature of the ground off of you as well. So then when you're done with it, all you got to do, it comes with the little sack here, and it's super easy. You literally just stuff it in. So that's our review. If you have any questions about any of these sleeping bags, or even any other options, whether it's polyester bags, synthetic bags, or just questions about these bags in general, we'll try to answer them for you. I've used this one several times, and I really like it. And at the price point and size and weight, I really don't think you can beat it. This would get you, I mean, this would be, if you're hunting, it's probably cold out, and you're probably either packing in or you want to stay warm, and this will basically cover all your bases, and you don't have to worry about weight, temperature, or anything like that. So that's our review.